Hello, beautiful. Let's talk commitment trauma today. So, what is commitment trauma? This video is all about the question of how long or what time frame should my $100,000 or $50,000 or $25,000 or $1 million or $10,000 coaching offer package be? Because when one question I get from a lot of clients is, look, I've been selling 90-day programs for the last 5 years. I've been doing a group program, accelerator program for 12 weeks, whatever. And now that I want to structure something for 25,000 or 100,000, how long does that container need to be? Like, what's the time frame that's going to be good for me and my client? Is there like a map of what it's supposed to look like? There's no map, okay? But there are 5 questions that I'm going to share with you today so that you can use these 5 questions to create and structure the time frame that is most beneficial for the transformation, the impact, and the value that your client is investing in for their exponential results, okay? So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Dabo. I'm a high-ticket business coach, and I support spiritual women coaches to co-create profitable high-ticket coaching offers so they can build, grow, and scale their coaching business to multiple 6 figures or their first $1 million within 18 months. I'm also the creator of the Divine Intuitive Millionaire Experience. So let's go. How long should the time frame be when you're selling $100,000 coaching offers or $50,000 or whatever amount? The first question I want you to ask yourself is, am I selling an offer that delivers the result? And look, it doesn't matter what your niche is. It doesn't matter if you're a life coach, executive coach, weight loss coach, hormonal coach, business coach, career coach, sex coach, intimacy coach, sleep coach. It doesn't really matter. We all get into a coaching relationship as the coach, the client, whatever, because there's a result that we want to create. There's something we want to either resolve in our life, or there's a value that we want to add to our life, or maybe both. So does your coaching offer actually deliver that? That's the first thing. The money follows the value, the impact, and the transformation. We're not selling snake oil as coaches, so we have to make sure that our offer delivers the results. We're not doing the work for our clients, I get that, but there has to be an outcome. Because if you're not working towards an outcome, a result, or solution, or solving some challenge or adding some sort of value, then there's no point in selling the offer, because while I'm all about dancing in the moment, and that's how I coach, I'm a coach, not a strategist, I dance in the moment, I'm also about methodology, structure, and strategy. So there has to be a result that your offer is delivering. If I'm going to spend $100,000, I'm not trying to dance in the wind with you. I can do that with my daughter, okay? So am I selling an offer that delivers the results and the outcome that my client is looking for? That's the first thing. Before you even look at how long it's going to be, how much it's going to be, that's the first thing. We don't want snake oil. The second question is, am I selling what I think is the least confronting thing? Okay, and let me go deeper into this. I've noticed that a lot of coaches, not just spiritual women coaches, are reluctant, not just afraid, but reluctant to go into a space of, working with a client for maybe 3 years or 5 years or 18 months or even a year, because they think, well, what if we don't get along? Or what if there's nothing else to coach on after 6 months? Or what if they get the results they want in the next 30 days? Or what if, whatever negative energy or thing they're thinking about in their mindset. Well, it's not easier to sell a 30-day coaching offer or package, okay? It's not easier, because I think there's this assumption, we assume that it must be easier, maybe less confronting, less stressful to actually just sell something for 12 weeks or 90 days. That's why that's so popular. And transformation happens within that time, instead of trying to get something out there for 18 months or for 25 months or for even 5 years. I want you to stop living, or consider stop living from the assumption that it is harder to sell a 12-month package. So again, this tends to lean towards the whole snake oil and fraud thing, because you are not selling A lot of coaches are not selling a 90-day package because the transformation takes 90 days. They're selling a 90-day package for a transformation that they know is going to take 2 years, but they're selling for 90-day package because they think that's easier to sell. And this might not be you. You might be all integrity, all about integrity and, whatever, no fraud. But if you start to package your offer and you realize that, darn, it's going to take longer, but it's easier for me to sell 90 days, you are not walking in integrity, okay? You are out of integrity in the business. So to stick within that thing of not feeling sleazy when you're selling and to prevent you mispositioning or, having a problem selling your offer because you're feeling out of integrity, you feel that sleaze having the sales conversation, think about whether the package is what it looks like for you, because it's less confronting. Because when that happens, you're not going to charge $100,000 for it. A lot of people don't charge $100,000 because they're not willing to create longer term packages, period. Okay? That's question number 2. The third question is, what would be the most beneficial time frame for my client, for the transformation, for the journey, for the experience? When I hired my first high ticket coach, I knew that my life was a hot mess. Okay, I was going through a divorce. I was we were doing child custody issues. I had no money in my bank account. I had quit my job. I was in my coaching program. I was financially responsible for my charities and for some family members. And I was slowly dying inside. I was sad. I was a shell of myself. I knew there was no way it was going to take 90 days to get what I wanted. I had no idea that there were programs out there for 90 days. My coach, you had to have a commitment for 1 year period. That was the first part. It was a 5-year relationship, but you had to have a 1-year commitment. And I thought, this is normal. I mean, I have a lot of work to do because I know myself. When I get to one goal, I exponentially create the next thing. It's like I'm always moving towards life. It doesn't stop when you check one box. It keeps moving. So for me, the most beneficial thing was knowing that it was a 1-year commitment and I could go forever with her. So what would be the most beneficial time frame? And I know you can create results in 5 minutes, in 30 seconds, or even in one call. You can just get the result. But believe me, it's not a result, because that is not transformation. That is an aha moment. That is a, oh my gosh, wow moment. That is a climatic moment, but it's not transformation, okay? And I will tell you why when we get to question 4. So question 3 is, what will be the most beneficial time frame, journey, and experience for my client and for yourself too? But remember, this is about your client, okay? So the fourth question is, what time frame will support your client's humanity? And by that, I mean her humanness. When we are creating the thing that we've never created before in our lives, whatever it is, whatever that it is for us, we go through different phases, experiences, and emotions, okay? There's failures, there's wins, there's setbacks, there's losses, there's trauma, there's triumph, there's life stuff that happens, okay? There's death in the family, there's divorce, there's getting a new job, there's the experience of losing the weight, there's all of that stuff that happens. So I invite you to consider creating an offer, a package that takes into account all the different levels of the journey. When I work with women in the 18-month Divine Intuitive Millionaire Experience package, I can tell you now that experience is not just a straight line. It's like, okay, I want to, create multiple 6 figures on my first $1 million. Okay. There's the struggle with the nation and the, narrowing it down. There's the win of, wow, in 6 months, I've done this. This is where I am. There's the, wow, things are going, they're not going as fast as I thought. I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'm meant to do this. Maybe I should just quit. And then there's, oh my God, I did it. And then there's the life stuff that happened. There's the setbacks. There's the wins. But it's a journey. And throughout that journey, throughout that container, the entire time frame, you as the coach are there holding their hand, journeying with them, helping them to make the transition throughout the transformation, to deal with the mindset issues that come up at every step of every win. New level, new stuff. okay? For each part of the ladder they climb, the vision is going to expand. What's possible is going to get bigger and wider and wider. And they need the coaching. Well, they don't need the coach. They deserve the coaching experience for each part of that journey. So what time frame will support their humanness? Okay, life is not perfect. What time frame will support your client to actually create and expand what's possible for herself, expand her vision and her journey? All right, that's question 4. The last question, well, first, let me know how this is landing for you. Like, what do you resonate with? How is this showing up for you right now in your business, in your container? When you look at it, how long is it? Why is it the time frame that it is? Is it supporting your client? Drop your comments below. Let me know in the comments. Let me know feedback. Share, like, do what you need to do. But let me know how this is landing for you in the comments below. And then the last question is, what time frame is going to set your client up for success? I'm a certified weight loss coach and a holistic hormonal coach as well. And in that business, what I see is, as we work, again, that's a long-term relationship. And as we work through the relationship, the journey, the transformation, the client gets to lose the 50 or the 100 or the 25 pounds that they want to lose. And it's like, yes, I did it. And I did it before 15 months or before 18 months or 24 months. But yes, can you maintain it for life? So what time frame, whether it's business coaching, career coaching, life coaching, whatever it is, what time frame sets your client up for success so that she gets what she deserves, she gets what she came to you to get, she gets more than that because possibilities expanded, her vision is bigger, and she never goes back? How can she maintain what she has for life? So if it's business coaching, how do I create the program and structure it in a time frame that supports my client to not have feast and famine months? Yes, to make the $100,000 month and the next month go to 5,000 when the mindset stuff keeps coming up and it says, ooh, was that a fluke? I don't know. So again, what time frame sets them up for success so they never have to go back? Because you see, transformational coaching is a lifetime transformation. So we don't want to piecemeal coach where you come here for 3 weeks and you get this, and then you go up the ascension ladder to the next step and you get that, and then you get that. No, create a holistic long-term container that allows your client to journey through the entire process, and you are there with all the tools and all the training to support her and get her to where she needs to go, and she never has to go back to where she was before. That is what a long-term container looks like. And for you, that might be a year. Maybe for you, it's 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. But think about your own life and how amazing it will be to have somebody walk side by side with you as you're on that journey for your own transformation. That's what your client deserves. When they invest with you at that high level of $100,000 or $200,000 or even $50,000 or $25,000, they are looking for that intimacy, that access, that exclusivity and confidentiality and discreet relationship, a partnership that supports them every step of the way. They don't want you to do the work for them. They come to you because they're ready to do the work for themselves, but they deserve a coach who has the tools to support them to get where they need to go. So the first question, am I selling an offer that actually delivers results? Number 2, am I selling what I think is easier or less confronting for me? Number 3, what will be the most beneficial transformation time frame journey for my client? Number 4, what time frame supports her success? Okay. Number 5, what time frame sets her up for success, taking into account humanity and never going back? So let me know how this lands for you. Hit like, hit subscribe, and come back for more. It's been good having you.